You are starting to see why something that was locked before was locked. You could have been outside the door that was locked, the portal, the timeline. Like, God, why is this locked? I thought I did all this. I pushed this up the mountain. And God is saying, well, you didn't rest. Well, you didn't drink any water. Well, you didn't take a break. Well, you kind of didn't believe that you could do it with assistance or help or your angels. So you kind of just, this key's not going to fit. You're not getting through that door. You are now seeing why something you truly desired could not and would not be unlocked for you. You are realizing, oh, I was cheating myself. I'm hearing the Amy Winehouse song. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you that I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. Whatever thought process you used to have, it be creeping in, okay? So you guys tell yourself that even though you really don't want to. You're like, I told you I was trouble. You know that I'm no good. It has been hard for some of you guys to realize what the truth is that you've been needing to uncover. And maybe it hurt your feelings that while you were trying to quantum leap or get to a certain timeline, you felt like God changed the locks or God changed the codes. And you're like, hello, the divine. I'm trying to get in and I feel like the code isn't work. The combination's not working. Like, what is going on? So this could have really had you in your feelings. Am I not enough? I knew I wasn't enough. Then you start comparing yourself to others and you're like, why am I doing this? You are being, what's the word? You are realizing feelings that you have never really thought about before, that you've never really marinated or submerged yourself in. And this healing had to take place for you to get to point B. You were being merged with the light, like a higher source of light, because you yourself are already a light that people love to be around. You are uncording unhealthy relationships. Seeing like, okay, you know what? I don't need that anymore. I don't know why I thought I did. I'm way better than that. And truly believing that you're better than that. Knowing like, oh, no. You're not going to talk to me that way. I'm not going to be around this. This is not the environment that I want. Especially if there's been a lot of gossip around you. You guys could be in certain environments where all people do is gossip about you. It could be literally exhausting. You're like, I can't. So I know you're a star. So I know you are. You are letting go now and choosing to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for these relationships and to forgive yourself for the way that you've been treating your mind, your body, and your soul. You're like, I could have been doing better. I've been pretending I've been doing better. But I haven't been. I've been stubborn and stuck in my ways. Not wanting to get to certain nitty gritty details of certain shadow aspects, but now I have to heal. Whatever this is, I have to merge with the light. You are going to ignite keys and codes. So this is not only going to get you through the timeline that you've been wanting to get to, this is going to help you get other timelines that you've been wanting. And so you're having to forgive yourself for why it's taking you so long. We all have our own special rate of how we do things or speed of which we get things done. And so again, there's a lot that you are unlocking by being delighted instead of being mean to yourself. Forgiving, even though you're wondering like, oh, why didn't I get this done? Why didn't I figure this out sooner? You are doing things from your heart. Awakening things from your heart space. That is what's uncovering the truth. What is really in your heart? What is really in your subconscious? What other shadow aspects or pride did you have to work through? You are learning that forgiveness is freedom. and purifying your intentions. Like, why do I want this thing over here? Is it because I love this? Or can I wait? Or am I impatient? There is something that you are being rid of. Something that's really been weighing on you. You are being given the key to this quantum leap, but also like 2 to 3 other things that have just been really harming you or making you sad. Like, why don't I know this? Why didn't I know that? Oh, why couldn't I figure that out sooner? Oh, why isn't this working out for me? You are taking everything step by step in every area of your life. You are taking things step by step when it comes to your self-care, when it comes to your health, when it comes to the things that you like doing, and speaking from your heart and doing what your heart needs. Being honest with yourself, like, you know what? I need more of this. That can wait. Again, there are floodgates being opened where you are finally being or feeling safe to rest, safe to relax, to not worry as much, to stop stressing. You are surrendering your ego. And you don't have to make like a big, production of, hey guys, today I surrendered my ego and I did some major shout out. Like, people already know, they can tell you're light and you are going to emanate greatness. Your empress behavior, your goat behavior. You are finding so much clarity right now. So let's affirm. I am so grateful for the clarity that I am being given. I am so grateful for the clarity that I am being given. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it amazing? All of this is helping you guys with creative solutions to get you past hard times, to get you through times where you feel uncertain. You are finally able to genuinely feel like you are thinking outside of the box, like you are able to view things from a higher perspective. You know that there's no other thing that could be happening because you are more receptive to the information that you are being given that is helping you. And this clarity is re-energizing you. This truth is re-energizing you. God wants you to slow down, and any negative self-talk that you guys have been doing, feeling like you're an imposter, feeling like you're not enough, comparing yourself to others' success, you are not alone. I know whoever I'm speaking to, you are definitely a star, but you haven't been feeling like a star. You haven't been feeling like yourself because there was still more work to do, but even more so, more rest to do. I'm getting that you guys are safe to chill, to stop worrying, to relax. You are safe to do these things. Whoever I'm speaking to, you will be known around the world, but there are tremendous life lessons that you are learning right now. And I feel like it's about you being very vulnerable and speaking from your heart. Every time you guys speak truly from your heart, not because you're needing to please or cater to, not because you're needing to look a certain way or do a certain thing, because you are you. I know I'm speaking to a star or somebody that is chosen. And you guys are really hard on every fiber of your being. Why is that happening like that? Well, that shouldn't have done that. Well, why is this happening this way for me? You are speaking up for yourself in a different way because You are getting a fresh start that you didn't see coming. Traumatic events that you have recently gone through have given you this fresh start that you could never foresee. And because of that, you are learning to have more affection for yourself, to reset your self-care, to reset how you speak from your heart. Most things can't go wrong when you do this, especially if you're doing it and speaking to yourself. God is asking us to slow down and stop the negative talk, to slow down and speak from our heart. You are serving a whole new type of devotion of how you treat yourself. The loyalty that you give to everybody, you are giving that now to yourself. The type of affection you give to others, the way that you cater to them, you're going to do that for yourself. And so you are making a lot of changes because of certain events that have unfolded that have shown you why it's so important that you stop at the rate that you were going. You guys were moving at a dangerous rate, a rapid rate, but an inauthentic one to you, because you have a very special cosmic blueprint that is unlike anyone else's. But I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you've not been able to truly celebrate yourself or feel the best because you feel like you've been slowed down as traumatic events have been taking place. You're like, well, I've had to go through all of this over here, and I'm going through more than I've ever gone through. I'm able to handle it, but maybe the self-care isn't where it should be, and now you feel like everybody else is surpassing you. Living a better life, resting, relaxing, getting to do things that you wish you could do. I'm trying to think of a way to explain this. You guys have certain goals, and you've been trying to reach these goals by any means necessary. You're like, I'm just going to go, push. You're pushing this ball up this mountain. As you're pushing this ball up this mountain, there's owls flying overhead. There's like rattlesnakes. There's all of these things going on to distract you. Let's say on your way up the mountain, as you're pushing this ball, you get a rattlesnake bite. You're like, I'm going to suck out the poison and I'm going to keep it moving. Never giving yourself enough time to truly just be you or to relax. I hope what I'm saying is making sense, but I know whoever the message is for, it is. And then you feel like other people are pushing the same ball up the mountain, but they're frolicking, they're singing, they're dancing, they're humming, and they're surpassing you. And then it hits you. There are still limiting beliefs locked up inside of you. And I understand that with everything in my body. I think, oh my gosh, I've slowed down. I'm doing a good job of slowing down. I'm try to master manipulate my own subconscious. Like, we're good. We can keep going. We got this. And I have had to learn the hard way that that's not what I can continue to do. I am at a standstill with being able to do anything of the sort. Still trying to push the ball up the mountain with the snake bite. Okay, we'll put a Band-Aid on it. It's fine. Let's keep going. And I have had to realize that I resist a lot. And the devotion that I show to others, I still need to work on that for myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm my own worst critic, that I hyper focus on things I shouldn't. And I feel like a lot of us could be guilty of that, but I am ready to destroy that limiting programming. And that's something that I've been working on the last couple of months, is knowing that I'm enough to do it my way. And so I want to be better at speaking from my heart and not feeling so out of touch with my emotions, because that's not what an empress does. An empress is not out of touch. An empress is not in denial. An empress doesn't necessarily have imposter syndrome. And so we are seeing through the lens of how we've been viewing things, and the way that our manifestations have been coming in, our heart's desires or our goals, that there is something going on with the frequency or the programming. And that as we look at those goals, our perspective matters, our thought process matters, our faith matters. And so you are getting a lot of clarity on the star that you are. And you had to find this so you know it's okay to slow down. So you know it's okay to stop worrying. You guys are going to be getting your energy back in a very different way. It's not going to be forced. It's not going to be, what would the word be? Contaminated. You are realizing where your own thoughts have been tainted, have been contaminated, or you've been, glazing over. You are seeing what limiting beliefs you've truly been fond over. I think that makes sense. But you guys know what I'm saying. You guys are seeing what truly you've been thinking by what's been coming in and how it's been coming in. So your perception is shifting and you are ready to pivot. Like, dang, I really thought that I was thinking positive and praying and doing all of these things, but obviously I still had more work to do, because what I really wanted was further away than I thought. You guys are working on the way that you express yourself. You're working on the way that you speak from your soul, the way that you speak your truth, the way that you make things known, whether that's body language or actually speaking on something that is important to you. At this time, you are not only the star, and recognizing these, things that you don't really like about yourselves, or things, you've really been doing the work of digging deep and balancing the scales. And there is some excitement coming back in, but it's different. Again, there's a series of traumatic events that set you on a course that you could have never foreseen. You saw where you had tunnel vision. You saw where you were oblivious. You are being given this shift where you have a continuous flow and it feels good. You are resetting your self-care and it feels good. You are rebuilding your confidence in such a way that you feel untouchable. And God is helping you rebuild this from the feet up. You are also learning how to celebrate yourself, how to stand up for yourself, and where your patience and faith is paying off. So if you guys claim this message, I want you to affirm it below. I am learning to speak from my heart. I emanate authenticity. My wishes are being granted. My patience is paying off. So you guys are going from feeling like there's these heavy weights on you to being the hot air balloon, to actually feeling like, oh, I am ascending. This is what it feels like to ascend. This is what it feels like to level up. Maybe you are recognizing shortcuts that you have taken cheat codes that you have used in that have not been for your highest good, you guys are recognizing that catalyst for destruction. You are realizing the catalyst for change. And you are exploding with new ideas to love yourself even more, even further. The angel numbers that I was seeing for you guys is angel number 444 and 1111. I'm getting a lot about social media. I'm getting that you guys will monetize your art, speak from your heart, and be known around the world or famous or recognized, publicly recognized through social media. There are things that you are going to be doing that are going to help communities, groups of people, like-minded people. I'm getting milk and honey. You have abundance coming in. You had to find this, so you knew it was safe to slow down because you have so much abundance coming in that you truly deserve. I want you guys to release the hyper focus, to admit to yourself where you could do better and where it's worth it. You know how they do like a process of elimination with food allergies? You are doing a process of elimination with things that do not work for you anymore. And I'm hearing a car alarm, so I'm getting a confirmation. When you are having issues with food, they tell you to eliminate it from what you eat day to day. Then to, after you've taken a break from this food, to reintroduce it, because there really isn't any type of way to do a food intolerance test. Yes, you can do a test on what you're allergic to, but what is your body telling you about certain foods that you are eating? And as you wipe out, the sugar, the dairy, the gluten, the starch, whatever it is, and then you reintroduce it slowly, you see, okay, this is what's upsetting my stomach. This is what's upsetting my body. This is what's making me feel this way or that way. You guys are doing that in every aspect of your life. You are eliminating a lot. A lot of things that you know for a very long time have not worked for you. Now you are slowly reintroducing some things, and you are doing things by moderation and understanding that, okay, I used to do a lot of that. That doesn't work for me anymore. I tried slowly introducing it. It's not going to work for my goals. It's not going to work for my reset. It's not going to work for my life. It's not going to work for my legacy. It's not going to work for my health. And you guys have brought many things to a halt, and you are very serious about the changes that you want to make. You are seeing that anything inauthentic, any type of shortcut or cheat code that is not for your highest good will not do you anything. It will have you pushing the ball up the mountain and out of breath. So I want to see what else is going on for you, because you guys are getting ready to elevate because of what you have eliminated. You are showing the divine, I take these limiting beliefs seriously. I take my health, my mind, my body, my soul, my partnerships, my relationships seriously. You are also being given a lot of information on things that will make you feel better. I'm hearing birds singing. Things that will make you feel like there's birds singing, like your Snow White or Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty. You guys are starting to really tune into what your body needs and what your body responds well to, what your subconscious responds well to. Is it walking outside in the sun for 30 minutes to an hour a day because you need the sunlight, especially if you work inside all the time. That will do wonders for your cortisol levels and your stress levels in your day-to-day life. Okay, is it eating a certain way? Is it working out a certain way? Is it fasting? You guys are just realizing like, okay, I can no longer camouflage what I need to move forward. I can no longer pretend I'm okay when I'm not. You refuse to spread yourself too thin anymore because it will only have you tumbling down the mountain in the opposite direction you're trying to go. Oh my gosh, you guys, look what card came. This whole time I've had this card in my mind's eye, like, oh my gosh, like this is the card that I'm seeing, and I hadn't really shuffled yet. So this is what I'm envisioning. Your persistence. Your persistence will pay off. You're not giving up. You're just choosing to look at it differently. Okay, you're not trying to give up too easily. You're not trying to get distracted. But you are more aware of where you haven't been kind to yourself, where you haven't been honest with yourself. There's something really big that you want to accomplish, and you had every other ingredient over here that you needed, but there was a certain remedy that was over here that you were glazing over because you're like, I can surpass that. I can get over that. I don't really need to, I'll be okay. We have divine timing. You guys are normally the bull. You're very stubborn. You're like, I got this. You're also used to having to do things by yourself. You guys could have had to raise yourself, didn't have a lot of adult supervision, and I can relate to that. I'm just always thinking, oh, I'm weak if I have to ask others for help. If I cry, I'm weak. If I do need assistance, I'm weak. If I pray too much, I'm weak. If I do too much for myself, I'm selfish. Like, you guys have had a certain type of thought process, and though you have the stamina, you are needing to be grounded in reality of what the divine truly wants for you. Your angels are working behind the scenes, but maybe you haven't been asking for the help. We sometimes get so caught up in life, we forget to ask God for the signs and the synchronicities, like, God, what do you want me to see? What do you really want from me right now? Maybe the goal that we're working towards, God doesn't even want for us right now, because there's other things that we have to truly work through. You are about to open the floodgates of abundance. You are finally being given a key that's going to open this timeline. And it's all making sense why it couldn't be yours before. Because you weren't willing to retreat. You weren't willing to surrender. And it required a lot of trust. It required faith. You are learning to take one step at a time. And that's all you need to get you there. One step at a time. It's not a race. And you are finding out that life is more beautiful than you could have ever imagined. I want you to affirm that below. I am slowing down to smell the roses, to smell the flowers, to feel the sunshine. Life is more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. Because now you're in this like whirlwind romance or love affair with yourself, with how you take care of yourself. That alone is going to unlock miracles. Now you can see a glimpse of the magic that's unfolding for you, why you have incredible manifesting abilities, and how they're going to become even stronger. Now it's like fishing with dynamite. Okay, you guys are no longer going to be so pushy with getting up this mountain. let's say instead of believing that you would be assisted up the mountain, pushing this, that you thought, okay, everybody, let's go. Let's get up here. Let's push this. Come on. I got a goal to reach. I'm trying to get there. Like, I don't have time. So it's kind of like you being out of breath, trying to get up this mountain, haven't rested. Now you're testy, you're ornery, and you're like, come on, I need help. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That is not the same. The way that you look at your stamina is shifting. The way that you protect yourself is changing. The way that you retreat is evolving. You are being given a spiritual opportunity, and you are a prophecy. You are a spiritual prophecy. You are anointed. You are chosen. You are a guru. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are a star. And you are not giving up. We have listened to your heart. I've been telling you guys that your inner child is keeping a score, just like your body is. Our body will tell us, I don't like that. What's going on here? Why is the nervous system doing this? Why do we feel anxious right now? You are listening to your body. You are listening to your heart. And you are understanding that your inner child also has a scorecard that you are being graded on. And you are wanting to protect this inner child from the snakes, the scorpions, and anything else that could be popping up, going up this mountain. You want to feel well rested to take you and your inner child up the mountain safely. So you guys are going through so many changes, but it's elevating you and you are feeling good. You are about to be exalted in front of a lot of people. And something that you have been tapping into is giving you a great amount of freedom or feeling liberated that you haven't had before. This is like never being on a vacation and understanding like, oh, this is why people do this. And never getting a massage and being like, oh, this is why people do this. Getting a facial and being like, oh, I get it now. Or eating healthy and being like, oh my gosh, this is how I feel. This is why people do this. You guys are tuning in to your heart, your body, your inner child, and the infinite. Okay, this is what is ripping open the floodgates of abundance. Okay, I'm going to tune in to, okay, what does my body need? What does my heart need? What does my inner child need? What do I need? Me, myself, and I. Not taking care of everybody and their little dog before you, which is most likely what you're used to doing. And truly having to sit down with yourself and admit that you have not been listening to the score that your body or heart has been keeping. To finally admit to yourself, you know what? I could have been doing way better, and I thought I could get past this gate. I thought I could unlock this timeline without it. How dumb was I to think that? But you're not going to speak to yourself that way because you are not dumb, you are not stupid, and you refuse to talk to yourself in that way in any capacity. You're also going to stop others from speaking that way to themselves. If they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I don't know why I did that. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. You are saying something where maybe normally you wouldn't say anything. You guys were ready to let go of hope. That's how much despair you could have been feeling. And maybe you're normally a very positive person and you're like, you know what? I guess I haven't been communicating honestly. I guess I haven't been asking for help in the way that I need to. You are getting very intimate and vulnerable with what you need to say and what you need to get off of your chest and what you need to rewind and what you need to shift through. Your inner knowing is also being amplified with this inner knowing. You are trusting your inner knowing. So things are moving a lot faster for you also because, okay, my body started doing this. I just know I need to stop doing that. Sally started doing this, so I know I need to uncord this relationship. This started happening at work, so I know I need to take a step back. You guys are listening to your inner knowing like never before. So none of this craziness happened for no reason. You are a star. And the things that you go through and the things that you learn, whether hard or not, fast or not, slow or not, they are going to help others in ways you couldn't imagine. It doesn't matter if it's a stranger or on social media. What you say is amplified, and it speaks volumes to people. It speaks to their heart. You are now being shown a way to level up and really speak from your heart in ways that you didn't before. So you are learning how to communicate honestly, and that is going to translate you being who you truly are. You are safe to be gentle with yourself. You are safe not to be paralyzed in fear. We have Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. And I hope that you're having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Now, come on. Who do you think you are? I feel like you guys are getting your wit back, your charisma, because you're very unbothered right now with what people are doing. You're not as worried about what people think of you, because maybe you didn't say certain things because you thought, oh my gosh, if I say that at work, everyone's going to be like, what? What did they say? You are addicted to the truth. You are addicted to clarity right now. You don't care what anybody thinks about you. Okay? Because I feel like there could be certain environments, like with family, where you would not dare to say certain things. And you're like, I'm just going to say it. You're a hater. I'm not worried with you. So, and I hope that you're having the time of your life, but think twice. That's my only advice. Like, you're like, bless your soul. Do you really think that you're in control? You're like, God's in control. I'm in control. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not worried. So we have Good Fellas. You guys could really like that movie. But you are very intimidating right now, bestie. You are very intimidating right now. You are showing people like, I can be real nice, but baby, I'm a gangster too. Okay? And the way that you are finding a different way to be bad. You being bad is speaking your truth, speaking from your heart, expressing yourself creatively, monetizing your art. Just being you. And this is how, in the best possible way, you can be bad, speaking your truth and being authentically you. This clarity that you are being given, this key that you've been able to unlock many timelines with, is increasing your IQ. This is increasing your IQ level and brain cells, and you can sniff out and feel out BS quicker than ever, so you know right when to leave. You are tuning into hope, desire, ecstasy. There are certain things that you used to trip yourself up on or get upset about, and you're not doing that anymore. You're like, yeah, I'm not falling for that anymore. The Empress. Affirm it below. I'm on my Empress behavior. You are not turning up for the haters. You're just looking at them like, think twice. Do I look like your friend, your friends? Some of these people are not your friends. Your enemies will come with a smile. Somebody needed to hear that. You are not going to let people drain you anymore. You guys can see people's auras now. This is a gift that you are being given. So that's pretty cool. And you're the talk of the town. you're feeling smarter, you're feeling braver, you're feeling just youthful and energized, but in a different way. Not like you're like, all over the place, but just feeling more like you. You're getting back to what, like the best possible version, or you are building or rebuilding the best possible version of you. Okay? Look, you have to be a star. You are realizing you had so many tools. And now you're going to reassess how you use them. You know so many things, and now you're going to use them for whatever it is that you really need it for. Oh, I almost forgot. If you guys made it to the end of this video, don't forget to drop your mermaid down below. Let me know what's going on for you guys in the comments. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to smash the you know what. Hit the bell, duh. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.